So with the runner ready, we are ready to get into Wub Wub Wescue, and presented by Jelly Dots. Good luck on the run, and have fun.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna be playing Wub Wub Wescue. This is you can already hear some music. Oh no, it's better if I put this on my head, on my shoulder instead. Um, and as you can already hear some music, it's gonna be a rhythmic-based Donkey Kong-inspired game, and you'll shortly see what I mean. And with that, I guess it's time for a countdown. So in 3, 2, 1, go. So in this game, you play as a dog, hence the dog plushie. And as you may notice, these platforms and the arrows, they all move on the beat. So there's gonna be times later in the game where I may even beatbox just to keep myself in rhythm. Um, but right now it's just timing it with the music. Um, a large portion of the game is just knowing the timing when you can actually go. If you don't, that's that's where the challenge comes in. That's where you blind run. The dog can actually learn a few songs that can alter a few things in the game. The yellow song slows time down, which is very useful in this section where you otherwise won't be able to make it. And you have noticed that there's an owner there. That's the goal of the game, to rescue your owner. Now this is the one stage where I'm gonna take a death just because there's a pretty big skip here. So now we just saved like 30-40 seconds right there. That's pretty useful. So moving on to the next act. You hear the songs changing. Also the moment where the platforms appear start to change. Now it's on the snare. Had to... Oh. Figured that was enough time to shut up, but nope. Ooh. Okay, I will focus on those jumps, since they seem to be giving me a bit of trouble. Can't talk while I'm climbing. So yeah, your owner's in captivity, we don't know why, but we're the doge and we're gonna rescue him. While our tongue is hanging out. Here we get to see our next song. The green song, and it's basically a lullaby for the snakes, which allows them to go to sleep. Which is very useful to have our doge pass by them. In this stage, usually it's intended to just get that slowdown. We're just gonna jump off the platform immediately. We don't need no slowdown. So in this stage, this is where casually and even speedrun-wise the game starts getting a bit longer with the stages, usually. Oh. Frame perfect. No, was probably a pixel off. Yeah, since it's very much like Donkey Kong, some of the jumps are very precise. So you do have to dedicate to every jump. Let's see. Oh. Oops. That's never happened before now. Oh. Yeah. So if we just keep running here, we will actually make it. Let's just move on to the third act, which has these bats. As you may have noticed, I barked at the start just to move the bat. Oh, well, I can show it again. You you bark at the start to scare the bat away, so you can actually jump over it. Otherwise, he would just kill you. And we're just gonna mash the jump button this time and put this one to sleep. Now the platforms alternate on the beat instead of just popping in at the right timing. And that's going to be more challenging on these two platforms above. So you have to make it in one go. Jump. Here you have to kind of make a jump of faith. Well, mostly. And not actually get hit by them. And that makes that stage a bit easier for a speedrunner, I guess. This is the second stage with a skip. Oh, that's not the skip. We're just gonna take our time this time. And now we learned the bat song, and that allows us to get carried by them. Very useful. And we're actually going to use a visual cue, which is hopefully right. Ooh, just right. And that allows us to skip like a minute. So, oh, bless you, please. I know you're not the star, but please. Oh. And jump. We're gonna wait for that arrow. We're just gonna let us move on to the bottom section. We're gonna jump over it and immediately activate it on the bat song, which sets us up perfectly just to not lose time from waiting on him. This moves on to the fourth act, and here you see monkeys appearing. The monkeys, since they're continuously jumping, there's gonna be one stage where I will actually probably take a death because otherwise the cycle will just be off. But overall, they're not gonna be too much of a difficulty. I hope. And you will see what their song is going to be next, I believe. So this is also the one stage where you kind of have to learn that you can only carry one song. So this is where a casual player will probably screw up at least the first time, even if they're just playing really well. And that allows us to get carried over to our honor again. So here we learned the monkey song. You can activate it down there to lose. Ooh. Ooh. Stomped. Thought that could have been a minor time save. Guess not. We're just gonna activate it here, I guess. Let's keep the dodge safe. And as you can see, he throws us pretty far. It's gonna be pretty useful in later stages, and the large number of the puzzles actually centered around that aspect. You might notice that there's a few times where I will actually drop myself from the ladder. It's just to save a bit of time. Let's see if you can jump here. You don't need to learn that snake song again, but there's no time loss anyway, so. Oh, actually this is the stage where I'd rather take a death because of those monkeys. Since that will set them up perfectly. And we're actually gonna jump here to activate it, that bat. This is the one stage where you kind of just don't want to screw up too much. Let's see, this section is pretty straightforward. As you can see, this is pretty tight. But overall, this is also pretty straightforward, so if there's any donation, this could be a good time for that. Yeah. No donations?
Not at the moment, but we do still have some information to tell you. We want to thank you for ESA for supporting the event and allowing us to stream on their channel for the first time. They provide us with additional equipment as well as experience and knowledge.
Yeah, thanks to USA, that's really kind of them actually. That's the really good timing, where you basically jump exactly when they disappear. Allows you to get through very easily. And on this screen, you basically just have to wait for that bat. Feel like... yeah, that's the next act. So this is where RNG starts coming into play. If you're standing right underneath this I'm not sure what that is, but whoever's in that cave, he will drop the boulder straight down, and that removes the RNG. If you don't do that, it's all RNG. And that's what kills most of your speedruns. So you're just gonna wait here. We're actually even gonna wait here as well, just because if he throws a boulder this direction, yeah, like that, we wouldn't be able to avoid that, and that would have been a death and just another time loss. Same goes for that one boulder. Could have costed us another death, but since it's at the start, it's not a big time loss. So now it's mostly about not just knowing the rhythm, but also mostly knowing how to manipulate the boulders, which I'm gonna do now. Yeah, that's good. Because otherwise you won't have time to actually... oh. Risky. But otherwise you won't have time to actually move out there while the snakes are sleeping. You could have moved here before that third boulder dropped, but that's really tight. Like, that's actually frame perfect. So move on to the next act, and here we hear the final song, and we get balloons. As you may have already noticed, the balloons let you drop from higher grounds and not take a death. Balloon ride. You can even take a massive jump like that, because doges are magical like that. We're gonna learn the new monkey song. And he's gonna throw us... oh! That doesn't happen too often, landing beside him. But yeah, he'll throw us over to his friend and let us drop down. Ooh. This is another stage with a skip, but this is also the hardest skip in the game, and I would rather not go for it. Like, that's actually hard. Oop, I'm just gonna wait. Let's not get stomped on this time. We're gonna... ooh, do we make it? No. Guess I should have been a bit more patient there. That jump seems scary, but I know I'm not used to just knowing that I'm gonna live, so. Let's see if that's better timing. Since you don't want to stay here while the snake wakes up, I'm gonna wait here and go now, allowing us to jump off that yellow platform. And if you jump there, well, you take another tumble. Jump. Yes. So the skip here is actually about timing to let this bed drop you on top of this yellow platform. Oh. Oh. Ooh. Plushie, please. You're gonna sit on the desk as punishment. So we're gonna repeat that section and just go this time. That's better. Going right after instead of waiting for the monkey. Yeah, that's enough time. This time let's just jump out of the way. We're actually gonna wait for these platforms as well. And have a monkey throw us. And you can just drop yourself here and you'll be fine. And it's time for the boss fight. We don't know why. I don't know why this is the boss, but this is the boss fight, and it's RNG. And after the third hit, time is, will be coming up. So yeah, soon. And we gotta wake them up and actually take this risky route. Oh. Yeah, all RNG, so there's a few points where you actually cannot escape if you're in the wrong corner. Oh, and this is actually the good RNG, so now you get to see both. That allows us to get the 2 balloons in one go. Wake up the bats, and that means we're coming up to time. 60 minutes, that's pretty good. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that time. Here we see the men appearing and all hell the pug. And our owner now appearing with the balloon as well. So yeah, that was Wub Wub Wescue. It actually belongs to the Retro Game Crunch, which is 7 small indie games, all made by these 3 developers. That game I played yesterday, Gaia Tag, also belongs to this collection. It's pretty cheap, especially during sales, so if you're interested in trying these out, I would suggest checking it on Steam. So yeah, up next, well, I'm gonna leave that to the host, and I just thank you all for watching.
Thank you for that pretty interesting run by Jelly Dots. The next run is Hamtaro Ham Hams Unite, and he presented by Boxmeister, coming in a little bit.